What's up, everybody? I'm Matrix, and we're going to be doing Shadow of the Erdtree on New Game 3. So I'll show my build, and then we'll go in. And I've had this character since I did my New Game Plus run on my last few uploads, but I've respec'd a couple of stats, so I'd have more strength for the Black Steel Hammer, and I switch out my magic spells so we can fight certain bosses more efficiently, so I'm apt to do that while I'm playing. Like usual, I'm going to skip through the dialogue for NPCs. I'll cut all that out, and then we'll just move into the DLC. So let's get going. That knight that was standing there is Leda, one of the new NPCs for the DLC. So she helps you out during some of the boss fights in the realm of Shadow. And the Black Steel Hammer, I barely have enough equip weight to use this in still medium roll, depending on what talismans I have equipped. And as usual, I'm going to be using my Mimic for a lot of boss fights as artillery. Mostly with Black Flame and Giant's Flame Take Thee. I was using Black Blade against Mo because he's resistant against fire. And you can see my Shadow Blessing is 17 and my Spirit Blessing is 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is run around and pick up a few fragments and then head into one of the dungeons. I don't know where most things are in this DLC, and I'm not real great at the boss fights either, because I played through once with her and once with my strength build, getting all the way to the end boss, and well, I restarted with her yesterday and ran through the base game until I could get back here. And with him, I still have him setting at the last boss on New Game, so I can just practice. That big door up ahead leads to one of the dungeons, and I think we're going to go there next. There is a mausoleum up this hill over here, and you do a one-on-one PvP boss fight with some NPC enemy. And you get armor and weapons by doing that, but I've already done that for this character for at least 3 of the mausoleums, so I'm not going to do another one. That's Freya behind me, and she's one of the NPCs in this DLC. They all have their own specific quest lines, but I'm not sure how to complete most of them. So I'll talk to them if I see them, but, you know, if I can't complete their quest, it's not that big of a deal. The tree fragment that I picked up increases your damage and makes you more defensible, and the spirit ash that I picked up makes you makes Torrent take less damage, and it makes your spirit summons more powerful. I'm not going to go wandering around down there just yet. I'm just going to go into the dungeon area and pick up a fragment and then move into the dungeon. On my New Game Plus playthrough, for whoever watched it, what few of you did, I mostly used the Clean Rot sword, but I've actually taken to using two-handed weapons when I can get away with, you know, not using a shield, and it's actually rather effective. It breaks poise pretty fast and does a lot of damage. That NPC is Ansbach, and you can learn an incantation from him, but I couldn't complete his quest in the last playthrough, and I doubt if I'll do it this time either, so I don't think I'll be getting what he has to offer. The dungeon's up there, but we're going to go somewhere else first, and then we'll come back. So much of this DLC has hidden areas that it was tough for me to really find anything when I was playing it on my own, and I had to consult the wiki for a lot of what I was doing to find a lot of these map fragments and tree fragments and spirit fragments, and even some of these areas like where I'm going right now. Some of those shadow enemies carrying shining pots will drop a tree fragment for you, so it's worth either looking at the wiki or just knowing where they are so you can get them. The blessings you get from the tree make a huge difference in this DLC. I was taking a ton of damage when I first started playing, and I didn't even know what the fragment blessings did until I was looking on game facts one day, and somebody mentioned it to me, and it made things much easier. Right up there, those ruins are Prospect Town, and there's a talisman in there that increases your arcane. This was the very first dungeon that I found when I started playing because it's so easy to find. I don't like to block without a shield, but you can see the special guard counter that you get when you hit R2. That big light show that happened. Ashes. Let's see how many I got. I need one more and then I can power up my spirit ashes again. And I should be able to find that in this dungeon here. Ordinarily, I keep the healing tier in my physic, and I need to change it back because I was fighting Moog, and I used the one that blocks his curse, so he couldn't steal all of my life while I was fighting him. So when I get to the next side of Grace, I'm going to change my physic back to the healing physic and the... I've already got the regen physic, and that's my other favorite one. Yeah, you can see that it nullifies his curse, but I'm going to switch it back to this one. With my stat spread at level 150, I only have enough points to get to 55 bigger, so not quite the 60 that most people have. Because I'm using a great hammer and I liked it so much, I actually went back into the base game and got the great mace. And I infuse it with sacred and prayerful strike, and it does a significant amount of damage too. It's definitely nice to break people's poise with a huge weapon like this. do a lot of poise damage, but that guy had quite a bit, so it took me a minute to knock him down. And there's an invader down here.
Stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna get him.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Thou shalt not
That NPC invades you twice, and I think that's the first time I've ever been killed by him, but whatever. Guys normally drop smithing stones. Yeah, and there's another one right here. That's why there's a fireball. And there's another one sitting on the ledge, so we know what's going to happen to him. Deathbirds, I believe, are weak against Holy, so I'll use my Holy infused Great Mace. Got wings, but you can't fly. And there's another shiny pot enemy over here that I'm gonna kill. see that knight coming. I'm going to wait for him to go around the corner, and I'm just going to sneak by. I think he heard me. So you see I'm back at the death location, but I'm going to go down these stairs over here, because I think there's a shortcut from the beginning of the stage. Open these doors and you come right back to the grace that you started at. Now I'm just gonna run for it because the boss is close by. I don't care that I died there because I got what I wanted. I think that's the max blessing for my spirit ashes. And then we got the boss through here. Like usual, I'm going to use my Mimic as artillery, and I've never summoned her for this fight, so I'll just do that too.
O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, take root inside the tower's sculpted keepers, and perched within, we beg of thee, rise. fire.
So I got cornered and I died. Let's try that again. So basically my mimic and the summon did all the work. No shame, I don't care. I find that boss difficult because the camera whips around so much and I'm not sure exactly what the boss is going to do, but you know, I'm not making excuses. I'm just not very good at the boss fights in this DLC. Honestly, it's why I use a shield. I'm not like a rolling god or a parry god or anything like that. I block everything and try to keep safe with my shield. I think this is a dead end up here. I think the only thing that was over here is the spirit ash. So as soon as I hit this dead end, I'm going to end the video because it's been going on for a while. And that's basically it. So I think we'll end it right here, and I'll see everybody again in the next one. Take care.